Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, ayan, okay, may audio na tayo. Magandang gabi ho, happy Tuesday ho sa inyong lahat. Welcome ho sa ating program. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN on a very overcast Tuesday, no, dito po sa London. So magandang gabi ho sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ho ng United Kingdom. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Pero maliwanag na, no? Dahil nasa springtime na ho tayo. Siyempre, nasa Europa ho tayo at hindi lamang UK ang mga kababayan natin sa UK ang nanonood ho sa atin, maging yung ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ng ng Europa, United Europe. So, magandang gabi ho sa inyo lahat. Welcome ho sa ating program. At syempre sa mga kababayan natin na nasa labas ho ng Europa, nasa labas ng United Kingdom, halimbawa US, Canada, Middle East, Pilipinas, welcome ho. Magandang araw ho saan mang bahagi ho kayo naroon sa mundo. Welcome ho, tuloy ho kayo kabayan. Ayan, special day na naman syempre, no? Today is the Legal Advice Corner. At masaya yung nangyari sa amin no Sunday. Itong palagi ang nating Brains and Beauty na kasama ho natin every Happy Tuesday. Kasama ho namin. Kami na ho magkukwentuhan, hindi ko na ho masyadong ipipreempt, ikakwento kung ano yung mga nangyari. Makibalita na ho kayo sa amin, no? And I'm sure there are some photos na ipa-flash si Direk Pao, no? So, mga kaibigan, without further ado, nais kong ipakilala sa inyo, lalo na sa mga first-time viewers, ang ating co-host every Tuesday evening, no? Ito ho yung ating abogado ng bayan, no? At kung may mga impormasyon tungkol sa batas dito sa United Kingdom, ito ho, mahusay, eksperto ho. Siya po ang managing partner po ng Deo Volente Solicitors. Walang iba kundi ang ating pinakamamahal. Like I said, Brains and Beauty, si Attorney DANNA QUINTO. Attorney, happy Tuesday!
Happy Tuesday, Mr. Laragan! Happy Tuesday sa lahat ng ating mga ka-remote social bubble. But remote social bubble no more dahil nakita na tayo last Sunday kay Tita Emeline Rafael's birthday. Belated happy birthday, Tita Emeline. That was fun. That was really fun.
Yes.
Nagpakuha talaga ako. Ikaw na, sa party mode ka pa eh. Flowery,
yes.
leafy, springy shirt ka pa. It was fun. It was
Yeah,
really
well, honored ako dahil bro mo, si Lady ang ating celebrant, no? Si
Yes,
Lady
Lady.
Emeline Rafael. Yeah, ito sana isusuot ko, kaya lang parang hindi colorful, parang flat na flat. So I just decided on wearing something else, no? Last Sunday. Yeah, it's nice na nakita ulit tayo, nakita tayo ni Attorney Lira, Simon Kabatbat, kita kami ni Ronald, ni Peps, at marami pang iba, no? Yung sila pa ba kaibigan? Si Ray Abisamis, Philip De Vera, yung mga kaibigan natin, no? Probably half or probably 2/3, no, so 1/3 ba? Or, ayun ko, 2/5 na lang para marami, no? Medyo kilala ko noon, it was an opportunity to meet new people, no? New friends.
Exactly.
And I'm sure marami ka na-meet din, attorney, no? Na nakapagkaibigan sa iyo.
Iba-iba yung stories nila is so inspiring. Some of them have been here for many, many years. You know, hindi lang 10, 15, 20 plus, 30 plus years, or 40,
Yes.
even 40 years in the UK. So, it's all very inspiring, and lahat sila, nakakatawa, magkakaibigan sila, long friendships, and makita mo talaga yung Filipino spirit. Para kang nag-usap nga kami ni Annalyn, sabi namin, parang party lang sa Pilipinas. Ano?
Yes,
Rina,
oo.
Rina and I were talking as well now. Nakaka-homesick ng slight kasi yung energy levels ng Pinoy.
Yeah, yeah,
Natatawa
oo.
yung mga waiter sa atin kasi ang taas ng energy levels ng mga young people like Tita Evelyn. It was absolutely good fun. It was great fun.
Namamangha ako, no, attorney. Imagine mo, teka, pupunasok ko lang ilong ko, no. Ito, 75 years old. Hindi ako makapaniwala. Ayan, kaya ako tumitingin sa gilid kanina. Ito, meron kasi mga pinapakita si Direk. Sige, pasok mo na yan. Ayan. Ayan ho, mga kaibigan. For those who are tuned in just now or are wondering, ano ba pinag-uusapan itong dalawang ito? Ito ho, yung katabi ni attorney na nasa kaliwa sa screen pero sa kanan niya. Yan ho, birthday celebrant. Imagine niyo 75 years old and look at her. No, parang hindi 75, no? Parang mga late 50s or 60s, ganyan, no? Or not even, no? Ito ho. Excuse me.
Tita Cora, Tita
One of those folks. Ayan,
wala
mga kaibigan natin. Andiyan si Mayor Danny Favor, no? Yung ating kauna-unahang, mayor na Pinoy, no? Ayan, si Sol, yung ating sweetheart, at si Anna Lou. Ayun, no? Ang gaganda. Parang may nakaalala siguro sa akin. Parang yung ubo ko na
nakaalala, madaming nakaalala. Hatata nang pumunta sa party, nakaalala sa'yo, Mr. Laragan.
Oo, ito yung program, ha? Yan, muntik nang mawala yung program to bigla.
Sorry, binuko kita na wala yun for 5 minutes.
Oo nga, oo, tama ka, no? Pero ito, we'd like to thank si Alice yata and Sheila yata. They were the ones who organized parang created a program, no? So, biglaan to. Maraming salamat. Biglaan din. So, I was handed this on the day itself, no? At maganda naman kasi it was a very intimate crowd. Yung tayo-tayo talaga. So, we know most of each other, no? Yung mga ibang kasama natin doon. So, natutuwa ako. Kaya parang it's nice na kasi nag-MC ako, yung mga formal na malalaki ang crowd, di ba? Eh ngayon, ito, very intimate crowd. And hindi naman natin siyempre, one of those very special moments na parang nag-MC ka dahil kakilala mo masarap yung very, di ba? Para ka lang nasa isang lounge ba? Hindi yung concert hall, kundi lounge na tayo-tayo lang. And
Parang
blooming yung yung celebrant, ha? Blooming. Ikaw rin, paggaganda-ganda mo, ha? That night, ha? Last Sunday, ha?
kind, you're kind. I think everyone was looking their best. Talagang, it was such a good night. One of the best parties I've ever been in terms na napaka-warm ng lahat ng tao. And it's a testament to Tita Emmeline's siguro Tita Emmeline's character. She's very supportive, she's very kind, very charming. We always say that she's very charming. And talagang makikita mo na maraming nagmamahal sa kanya. Marami talagang very, very fond of her, and she's very dear to a lot of people. It's so good to see na ang daming good vibes. Everyone yan, Tita Cora, the gents,
si Cora,
the gents.
Cora. Okay, sige, yan,
15 years old.
15 ako, from this angle, 15, pero 75 years old. Imagine mo yan, no? Ayan, yan.
Filipino TV Europe.
Si Edgar, si Edgar Duway, nasa foreground. Ayan, si Arthur Nieva, no? Arthur Nieva nasa kanan.
Yeah, Rafi.
Tapos, yung celebrant natin sa gitna, kita mo parang neni lang, parang lang siya 80 years old. Oh, 75 years old. Yes.
Ganda ng dress niya, Mr. Laraga. Ayun, yung
Ayan, ganda pa ng pagkaka-makeup niya, no? Yung si Philip was there, no? Yung ating hairdresser to the stars. Oy, si Irene. Ayan, yung better half ni Edgar Duway. So mga kaibigan ko, kayo nanonood at pinapakita yung mga photos. Ito yung some of the photos that we had last Sunday. Pagkasama ho kami ni attorney. Ano, ganda na suit ni attorney, no? Ganda na suit mo, ha? Attorney.
Flowers. Following instruction din ako.
Oo nga, oo nga, oo nga. Ito nga sana, kaso parang very dry eh. Ang kulay. Oy, si Attorney Lira, kita mo naman na talagang sa kanya, dahil wala siyang colorful na damit, nagsuot siya ng malaking flower naman talaga. O, kita mo naman.
Following instruction. Si Ed naman,
Oo.
sort of following instruction din siya. Andun yung mga
Yes.
dahon.
May lay
Nagdagdag
siya,
ka
may
ng
lay. Oh, nakadahon siya lay.
Yeah.
Kamukha ng mga ano ba yung fabulous grandmas, no? Yung ano.
Yes!
Oo.
Amazing! Nakakatawa yung intermission number nila. They're so energetic. Nakakatawa. I was really
Ano ba song yun?
very-
Staying Alive ba? Staying Alive. Staying Alive. Yung kasi hindi ko siya kilala, pero nakikita ko siya, no, yung head ng ng Rizal, yung Rizal Knights of Rizal.
Yes,
Oo.
si Tita, I forgot.
Mga 80s na sila.
80s
Attorney.
na ba yun?
80s na yung mag-asawa. Yung wife yata was 80 or 81. Yung husband, 81, 82. Hindi ko na. Basta't nasa 80s na. Ang galing, galing. Ang lalakas pa nila, no?
Was she Aurelia? I forgot. But siya yung
Yes.
head.
Aurelia, and then I forgot the name of the head, the grand, ano? Supreme
Yeah, the grand.
something, no?
And siya, kinuwento niyo po sa akin, I think yung Freemason ba yun ng London, it was such a big, alam ko kasi meron din parang partner ng workmate ko. She's very accomplished, very, 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 highly esteemed.
Baka may photo ka dyan, Pao, group, baka hanapin natin. Yung binabanggit niya na para may reference tayo.
Si Tita Aurelia and but they're very proud Filipino talaga, nakakatawa.
Sige, mag-flash ka lang direct para tapos sasabihin ko, ayan yan, parang ganyan, tama na yan.
Hanapin natin.
Wala. Pero anyway, kung hindi mo makita, no, kasi siyempre,
Hanap.
hindi rin niya alam
Hanap.
ni Direk kung sino yung Aurelia na sinasabi natin, no? But
And
anyway,
Knights of Rizal, ang dami.
Knights
Si
of
Lady
Rizal.
Emmeline, we should probably use that. Lady Emmeline.
Lady Emmeline, oh, si Lady All Caps, Lady Emmeline, oh. Pero ang ganda, we enjoyed. Everybody had a grand time. Ako, I had a wonderful Sunday. It was like a very nice break, seeing friends, seeing, diba, people. Although, alam natin isa't isa, we haven't seen each other for quite a while. Except for Peps, magkasama kami sa concert the week before, dyan sa
Yeah.
O2, no? Oh,
It was great to see Tito Peps. I haven't seen him in years. It was so good to see him, as in. And Tito Ronald, siguro 2 or 3 years ago ko siya huling nakita. Buhay pa si ano doon, si Cynthia Barker. Oh, that's Tita Geraldine and Izzy. I've known them for 11 years. So Tita Geraldine is Filipino as well. Izzy, anak niya, half Filipino, half British. And I've
kaya
met
pala,
them
ganda-ganda.
No,
Saan yan? Saan yan?
ako.
Kailan yan? Was it on the same day? Sunday?
Saturday po yan.
The day
Saturday.
before. Saturday yan. Oh.
So
sumakit Go
yeah,
ahead.
we go back a long time. So na-meet ko sila, nagtatrabaho pa ako sa pub. So I was doing some kitchen work. Nagluluto ako ng Sunday roast. So that's how I met them. Sabi nung boss ko na matandang babae na may Pilipino daw siya doon, and she was keen to introduce us. So we go back a very, very long
Wow.
time. Para
Nasundan
na
pa
rin
niya yung
ako
career mo?
nila.
Nasindan yung
Yeah,
career mo.
nasundan.
Ngayon, alam nila, abogado ka na the kampanilya. I mean,
Nasundan
big
nila.
time na talaga na, before you were
I was a
studying that.
student. I was a student when they met
Oh.
me. I was a student, so they followed my career as well, and we
galing, galing.
stayed in touch. We spent mga New Year. Parang pamilya talaga. They've adopted me all throughout the years, and we
Okay.
see
Maganda
each
tong
other.
daughter niya, ha? Maganda yung daughter niya.
Yes,
No? Kaya
very-
sabi ko, ang ganda-ganda. Yung pala, half-half pala. Okay.
Half-half
Kaya
yan.
pala,
Half-
half pala. Kaya pala ang ganda-ganda.
Right, yan.
So,
She's very.
yes.
I saw her grow up, and it's amazing.
So you had a
parang
great weekend pala, no? A very great weekend dahil Saturday you saw them, and then Sunday we had this dancing and some singing and some getting to see our friends, no? Have you met si Danny Favor? Have you met him? First time last night?
No, First time po yun. First time po yan ng Sunday.
First time. Oh, he's the first ever Filipinoy elected councilor. And then he became also a mayor. So he became the first Filipino mayor, no? And we were the very first who introduced him to the embassy, did the interviews for GMA that time, sa story ko. So, yeah. And even the late Cynthia Barker, mas nauna pa ako kay Rose Eclarinel ng ABS to do the story, to interview. So, yeah, nakakatuwa naman. Nakakatuwa makita sila, with the likes of Ronald Sipat, si Mayor Favor, si Danny and wife Mabel, no? So, yan.
Yes.
Okay. Greetings ba tayo? Pagbati muna tayo, no? Attorney, no? Greetings tayo. Sige, simulan natin. Sige,
Sige.
Okay, ayan. Thank you very much, Direk. Very good na, no? Okay, kamado na tayo dyan sa mikropono natin. Thank you very much. Okay. Yan, sige. Sino hula mo? Hulaan time, no? Sino nag-greet? Yun ang ating bumper. First greeter.
Last week kasi. Inaano ko eh. Chini-change ko, ini-interchange ko para fair tayo. So ngayon,
okay lang yan.
Oliver Fernandez siguro ngayon. Oliver Fernandez.
Last time, sino hula mo? Last time, was it?
Marian Galicia Panerata last week eh.
Last week si
Oliver
Marian Galicia Paner, and then lumabas si Oliver.
Ngayon,
Sige. Direct, subukan natin kung tama si attorney. Sige, let's see. Last week, si Marian siya. Ano kaya this week? Hindi okay naman yan. Basta last week talagang siya nasa isip mo and it was Oliver. Ngayon, siya naman ang unang-una ngayon. Sige, attorney, pakibasa natin yan.
Sabi ni ang bago ang profile picture ni Marian. Yun lang sabihin muna natin. Very nice, very nice.
Galing.
So, sabi ni Marian, hello po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Dana. At sa lahat, happy Tuesday po and stay safe and God bless us po. God bless you too, Marian. Welcome back sa ating social remote bubble. Sana nga magka-barrio fiesta na. Yun ang talagang pinag-uusapan natin ng Sunday eh. Para
we can call up si Luis, no, because I don't know kung iba nagbabari fiesta, but we'll find out. Pero siyempre
ano pangalan? Luis Bariwan, barrio fiesta na po tayo.
Oo, hindi, pero teka muna. Sometimes kasi they start selling the tickets or as early as hindi ko alam kung mga January lang, February nag-ano na. Kasi the reason why they were selling tickets kasi nga nagkaroon ng panahon, 'di ba, yung London terrorism just sa London Bridge yata or something. Medyo palapit na sa they had 1 year that they canceled it dahil nga yung delikado sa security, and the following year they had to invest sa security, yung mga guards. So malaking hiring yun, malaking binayaran nila. So kaya nagkaroon ng charges noong mga panahon na yan. So ayan. Okay. So ang nauna natin si Marian na hinulaan mo last week. Okay, na siya sana una, pero ngayon this week. Sino naman ang pangalawa mo? Yung ating little game. Sino second mo?
Panindigan ko na yan si Oliver Fernandez.
Oliver Fernandez, lalaki. Sige, subukan natin, direct.
Oliver.
Tignan natin, tama kaya si attorney? Tama ka, lalaki, pero hindi si Oliver Fernandez. Ayan. Sino?
Rudy Lebrojo.
Rudy,
Magandang gabi ng masayang Tuesday, beautiful people. Magandang gabi din, Rudy. Magandang gabi sa inyo ni ng mga team Lebrojo. Si Mia. Hello, Mia. Dati ko nakikita
hi, Mia, no? Kung nasa bandang area ng England England siguro. So England na lang, wag lang Scotland o kaya Wales. Kung nasa England lang si Rudy, they would have attended, no? Dito na nakasama natin, no? Ayan. Tapos sige, pangatlo sino? Ito, attorney, bibigyan kita ng hint. Hindi
si Oliver.
hindi si Oliver. Hindi ko alam kung bago to. Kasi iba pangalan niya. No? Although baka naggawa siya ng alias niya, no?
Tinangnan natin kasi kung hindi ko yan kung bago siya, baka hindi ko rin.
Labas na lang natin direct. Sige, labas natin. Sige.
Sirit na direct, sirit na.
Sige. Ayan.
Si ano to? Mrs. Lee, Sheena Nine. Hello po, Miss Donna Quinto and Sir Sonny. Thank you, Miss Dana's advice. No worries, it's okay. Nagbigay ako ng advice sa kanilang pamilya earlier. So it's okay. Pleasure is
Sheena Nine.
mine.
Okay. Naku, good evening, Sheena Nine.
Stanley. Nako, Stanley.
Stanley. Okay. Sheena, Stanley. Sheena, Stanley, mabuhay ka, no?
Thank you.
Okay, so tuloy natin sa greetings natin. Okay.
Mary Rose Fronda is saying, hello, Sir Sonny and Attorney Donna. Have a lovely evening, and to everyone who's watching, God bless. God bless then, Mary Rose Fronda. Regular na natin yun si Mary. And Rachel as well. Nako, magandang gabi, Attorney Donna and Sir Sonny. At sa lahat, happy first Tuesday of April and happy New Knowledge Day to everyone. Keep safe and God bless. Thank you, Rachel.
Okay, Rachel. Yes, thank you very much. Mabuhay, no?
Ayan si Stanley. Stanley. Magandang gabi po. Lahat, Sir Sonny at Attorney Dana. Salamat po kanina. Walang anuman, Stanley.
Ano ba si Stan? Pero Lee, nagtatagalog, no? Pero Pinoy, no? Pinoy to, no? Si Stan Lee.
Pilipino. Ilonggo din po yan eh. Di ba? Wala. Ilonggo.
Stan, mabuhay ka, ha? Oo. Ato, okay. Nako, na-miss ko na itong kaibigan natin. I really miss this guy, no?
Ito na si Edgardo Cagastian Enriquez, ang original author ng original person who coined Happy Tuesday. A good Tuesday evening, Mr. Laragan, Attorney Dana, direct pawan to the viewers. Still working from home. This will be lots of learning. Thank you, Edgardo.
Oy, good evening, Edgardo.
Wala bang traffic sa bahay? Walang traffic sa
bahay. How was your weekend, Edgardo, di ba? We had a grand time, kami, and we were together with, to celebrate yung birthday ni Lady Emmeline Rafael. Lady and ladies. And, ano ba yung mga Knights of Rizal, yung babae, ano ba tawag sa babae?
Baka lady ko, hindi ba?
And then, Knights kasi lalaki, di ba? So, Knights of Rizal. Baka Ladies of Rizal siguro.
Yeah, Ladies of Rizal ata. Yeah, exactly.
Siguro.
Ayan, ito mga mate natin, ka-partner natin, mga kaklase natin dun sa party. Madeline Jones says, hello at Attorney Donna and Sir Sonny. Nice meeting you at Emmeline's birthday party. Ayun. Nice meeting you.
Ano suot niya? Sino siya? Hindi ko masyadong... Nasaan siyang table?
Andun ata sa... atin. Marilyn, send ka ng picture mo.
Siya ba yung nandun ka ba sa kasama yung mga grandmas, yung mga fabulous grandmas? O nasa table ka ba nila, tag dito, si Mayor Danny Favor? O nandun ka sa table ni Ronald Sipat? O nandun ka sa table ni, ano pangalan nito, ni Philip De Vera, no?
Kasi minsan hindi natin nakuha yung mga apelido. Minsan first name or nickname lang yung nakukuha natin nung kamusta, 'di ba? Kamusta, ano pa pangalan nyo? So name lang minsan. So
yes,
post na picture. Picture yun.
Wala bang picture diyan? Hindi, parang flower 'yan, no? Flower. Flower. Yes, Marilyn, nice to meet you, no? Pasensya na, hindi ko matandaan yung mga names. Dahil sa dami din, maski pa 50 people yun yung nandoon nung gabi na yun. 10 per table, and we had 5 tables. And syempre, kilala ko lang, syempre yung mga regular, sila Ronald, sila Pep, sino pa ba, si Danny Favor, and the wife nila, Philip De Vera, kayo, si Attorney Lira, Simon Kabatbat, no? Tuwan-tuwa si Emmeline dahil yung mga VIP katulad mo at ni Attorney Lira, andon. So yeah.
No, the pleasure is mine, really. Talaga ako I was very, very happy, very pleased. Talagang tuwang-tuwa. Everyone was saying, ang daming, it was super fun.
Yes.
Sa mga post nating lahat talaga nag-enjoy, and that's credit to Emmeline dun sa dinadala niyang good vibe sa atin lahat. It's such a
she was really blooming, beaming that night. Ang ganda-ganda ni Lady Emmeline. Talaga nga namang ayan.
Johnny Katwisa back I think, ano yan. Magandang
Johnny
Tuesday
Catrisa,
sa
yes. Hmm.
Yes, Attorney Donna at Sir Sonny. Happy dagdag kaalaman sa ating lahat. Happy dagdag kaalaman day. According nga kay Edgar Duway. Nasa na ba si Ed?
Oo, yes. Okay.
Yun!
Edgar, yun, andyan na siya. Oo.
Diyan na. Magandang gabi. Happy dagdag kaalaman day sa inyong lahat. Hi, Attorney DQ, legendary Slim SL, and awesome talented direct PPRP. Sa aking mga ginagalang naka-SRB, good to see you last Sunday. Salamat sa invite, Emeline Rafael. Thank you, Emeline. Thank you, Tita Emeline, sa invite. Yes. Ayun.
Okay. Teka muna. May topic ka ba di-discuss ngayon, attorney? Meron, no?
Meron na.
Meron. Oh, meron. Oo,
Meron po tayo
okay.
topic. Hindi na po ito
Okay.
greetings. Hindi po tayo greetings advice corner.
Oo, hindi, inaano ko lang kasi dahil 30-30, baka, okay,
Yes.
sige, okay.
Oo,
Alright, sige,
yes,
let's go ahead with the
natin.
greetings again.
Yeah. Rosemary Guban says, magandang gabi, Attorney Donna and Sir Sonny, at sa lahat ng nanonood. Have a happy and blessed Tuesday. Happy Tuesday then, Rosemary. Thank you. Ano to si Rosemary? Very supportive sa social media, so thank you, Rosemary. Anthony Rachel Barawil, hello to all, lalo na kay Attorney Donna at Sir Sonny, at maganda at masayang April sa lahat, sa ating lahat, and another informative and educational night to everyone. Thank you, Anthony Rachel Barawil. Yes, hopefully. Ito ay
Anthony
exciting
Rachel Barawil, yes. Oo, good evening. Oo. Bago bang name yun? Oy, si Nifa.
Ninfa.
Oy.
Kilala niyo po?
Ito yung nasa kabilang table, si Nifa, was one of my students. Kasama niya, mga estudyante ko siya, kasama si Ma'am Cora Carsola. Doon sa aking parang speech development through parang media something training, no? Yan, si Nifa, nice to see her. Nice to see you. Akala ko nasa Pilipinas ko nung nakaraan dahil meron kang photo na naka-flash na nakita ko parang nasa bukid ka o sabi ko sa puno na nakasabit sa puno, no? Oh.
Pero
Nifa, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Naku, mabait yan.
Ayan na! Here's
Ayan na
the
si
lady!
Ogab, the lady. Good
Ayan
evening.
na.
Ito ang birthday celebrant who made our night exciting and fun. No? Ako, hindi ako masyadong sumasayaw. Hindi ako marunong sumayaw. Pero nakikisayaw-sayaw na ako. Nakikigalaw-galaw ako dahil, syempre, birthday ni Lady Emmeline. No? Lady Emmeline Rafael.
Lady Emeline, yes.
Mabuhay.
Darman said, good evening, beautiful Attorney Donna and Kuya Sonny. Good evening din, Darman. Magandang gabi sa inyo ni Amira.
Okay. Atong yung mga nagsayaw. Ano yung mga nagsayaw?
Yung mga hinahanap na tayo ni Tita Emeline, yung mga nagsayaw. Asan na daw kayo? Ano ba sabi ni Tita?
Pero ang daming nagsayaw. Hindi natin kilala kung sino nagsayaw.
Madami, halos lahat.
Hindi ko naman kilala ko si Miss Jones. Ano pangalan ni first name ni Jones? Marilyn. Hindi ko alam kung nandun siya.
Sila yung
dancers.
mga dancers. Yung mga fabulous grandma.
Yung Fabulous Grandma. Pero anim yun eh. Hindi ko naman kilala kung sino doon eh. Di ba?
Yeah.
Meron silang Lola something ang tawag. Nung pinapakilala ko ni... Lola something eh. Lola Ganda, Lola something eh. Parang ano.
Yeah.
Oo. Marilyn Jones, ayan. Okay. Ito.
Broadway
Barte.
Barton. Very supportive din yan sa atin. Thank you. Happy watching. Regards, both of you.
Okay.
Edgardo Cagastian says, last weekend we are in Royal Horticultural Society Garden in Wisley.
Oy, maganda ba?
Speaking of Barrio Festa, our house is near Morden Park. You're welcome to have coffee and tea here in Patio and Zen Garden. Wow! Maganda daw po ba yung RHS?
Oo, RHS. Okay ba? Natadaan na namin sa A3 going to Portsmouth. Pero si Sol nakapunta na many times, twice or thrice. No? Pero ako hindi ko, sapat pala tanongin ko si Sol. Dahil Weasley, natadaan na niya along the highway eh. Pero Morden Park, yung Barrio Fiesta sa Morden, wala na, nahinto na yan dahil yung organizer niyan, Edgardo, went back to the Philippines for good. Si Tita Tess Valencia Huco. Tess Valencia, nandun na siya. Pwedeng tayo mag-organize kung gusto natin, no? Ayan. Oh,
Yes,
si
si
Ma'am
Tita
Cora.
Cora.
Oh, Ma'am
Tita
Cora Corsola. Yes, oo.
Hello, Sir Sonny, Attorney Donna, Attorney Lyra, and Sina Sir Alfonso, and Lady Oria. Yun pala,
Ayun,
been
Alfonso pala yung pangalan. And then Aurea. Yes, oo. It's
Malapit
nice.
naman, Aurelia yung akin ni Oria.
Oh, nice to see,
Yeah.
ano?
Yung
Oh, tama ka
anak
naman.
po nila,
Almost.
yung anak po nila is Aloha. So, Aloha
Oh, si
is
Aloha.
very
Yeah, si Aloha. Kilala ko. Si Aloha.
very
Wala,
patient
hindi ko
sa akin
kilala.
siya yung seatmate ko eh. Seatmate ko nung nagsasaya eh. Parehong kaliwa yung
Ayan.
paa ko. Napaka-patient niya sa
Doon ka lang siya nakilala nung tinuturo ng mother. Ayan, daughter kaya si Aloha. And yung
Hello,
hubby,
sir.
hubby
Hello,
niya, no?
Aloha.
Ayun,
Yeah,
oh.
exactly.
Okay. Uy, may message dito si Lady. Lady
Ay,
Emily
ayan,
Rafael.
Yeah, Lady Emily says, thank you so much, Sonny and Saul, Attorney Donna, Attorney Leader, and Edgar and Irene for coming to my birthday party celebration. And
Yes.
happy to see you all.
We're happy,
Wow.
more than happy kami to see you, no? Tuwan-tuwa kami at yung Sunday natin, it was a nice get-together, parang friends, no? And family. Kasi Mrs. Denise Peps, parang family na natin yung mga yan, no? So, si
Yes,
Julie
yes.
Villanueva was there, no? Have you met Julie before or first time yon?
I've met them.
You met Julie, okay. Kasi yung mga Mrs.
And
sila,
the
Mabel,
best.
Mabel Favor, si Julie Villanueva, nando doon. Sino pa ba yung mga Mrs. na nando doon? So, mabuhay. Si Arthur Nieva, nando doon. Si Kim Nieva, no? Schoolmate ko sa UST, no? Yung bata. So, mabuhay. Ayan. May greetings pa tayo. So, ano muna, break na tayo and we go to the topic, no? So, sige.
Trabaho na daw ako.
Okay. Alright. O, sige. Napag-usapan namin ni attorney yung aming napakagandang event courtesy of Lady Emily Rafael, no? Birthday niya, 75th birthday. Hindi siya mukhang 75. Pag kami umattend doon at nakita yung photos, or hindi nakita, nakita yung photos, makikita nila, magugulat sila na batang-bata. Tsaka kita mo gumalaw, sumayaw, ha? Very sexy pa
Yeah.
siya, no? Petite,
Absolutely.
sexy, no? Hindi siya yung mukhang mataba o no? Talagang sexy, tama-tama lang yung kanyang katawan, no? Ganda. Okay, we're gonna have a short break at pagbalik natin, ano yung topic ni attorney na ilalabas natin na anong, yan, sige.
Yes.
Ang topic ni attorney, ayan, no fault divorce.
From
bago
tomorrow. Sir April, bago to. Kaya talagang excited ako na
Uy, maganda yan. Maganda yan, attorney.
Bukas
Sige.
po
Maganda
ay
yan.
mag-
Exciting.
ang law. After 50 years, this is the biggest change in divorce law landscape in the last 50 years. So this is quite an interesting moment for us in the legal industry. And it will start tomorrow, bukas.
Wow, okay. O, sige. That's good. Okay, so ito, napakaganda ho ng topic natin for tonight. Let's find out. Papaliwanag ni attorney kung siguro meron ka ng background niya kung ano yung how it was before, no? Ano ang parang situation before and then background. Okay. So, wag ho kayong aalis, no? Napakaganda ng topic natin. Tawagan na ni ninyo yung mga kaibigan ninyo. Meron tayong break ng konti and that gives you enough time to call up your friends, tell them mag-tune in sa atin para malaman tong no fault divorce starting tomorrow, ha? Talagang fresh na fresh
Starting
to.
tomorrow mismo.
Yes,
Tomorrow
dahil
mismo.
April 5 ngayon, no? So, wag ho kayong alis, mga kaibigan. Kami po ay magbabalik at tatalakayin natin itong no fault divorce starting tomorrow, 6th of April. Saglit po lamang.
Mula doon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
%, all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors Taste a real sauce. Galetos.
May problema ka ba sa landlord mo? Baka AV ka na ni Kuya. May problema sa mga kapitbahay, sa trabaho. O kaya naman kay Mister o kay Mrs. Away tungkol sa mala, mga may utang, mga aksidente, daing o laban sa ospital or sa NHS, harassment, o baka naman may stalker ka na gusto mong ireklamo. Punta na sa DV Solicitors para matulungan ka pagdating sa mga litigations at iba pang mga legal concerns. DV Solicitors at 2nd floor, Howard House, St. John Street, Bedford, MK42 0DJ. Tumawag sa 01234-350-244 or 01234-225-188 o kaya naman mag-email sa d.quinto@dvsolicitors.com. Visit our website at www.dvsolicitors.com.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, balik ho tayo sa ating palatuntunan, sa ating programa. For those who tuned in just now, narito po tayo sa programang Legal Advice Corner. It's a Happy Tuesday program. Every Tuesday ho, no? Ang tawag namin ho rito, Happy Tuesday, Happy Thursday. Any day na meron tayong show, it's a happy day, no? Okay, well, let's say hello once again, Attorney. Once again, ito po, si Attorney DANNA Quinto sa ating Legal Advice Corner, ang ating abogado ng bayan. Attorney, good evening once again.
Good evening, Mr. Laragan, and good evening sa mga viewers natin. Tuloy po kayo, as you always, dito na naman tayo sa Legal Advice Corner every Happy Tuesday, or sinasabi nating Dagdag Kaalaman Day, because we hope to add knowledge dun sa mga sa ating mga kababayan dito sa UK. Especially today, ito quite exciting time for us family lawyers dahil after 50 years, mag-change na ang divorce law sa UK. This is the last day of the old law. From tomorrow onwards, meron na tayong no-fault divorce from 6th of April 2022. And that's really the topic for today, Mr. Laragan.
Oo nga, tama. Oo. Okay, kinakausap ko si Direk behind the scenes dahil mamaya na yung pagbati na yun. Later on, may bumati from Portugal, no? Mamaya na yung alanganin yung pag-segue natin. Okay, alright. So, ayan, maganda to. Ako, interested ako. May dala ko na yung aking pen and paper, no? I'm gonna be taking notes. Titingnan natin to. Ano mo itong no-fault divorce? Iniisip ko para bang ngayon, kaya anong dahilan ba? Ganon, pwede na lang mag-divorce na. Hindi na kailangan maghanap ng fault. Hindi na kailangan dati kasi parang di ba? Ano ba mga reasons? But anyway, sige. Attorney, take it away.
Exactly. Before, let's go back a little bit. Up until today, kailangan mo mag-cite, unless it's 2 years with consent of the other party, you're gonna have to cite a conduct na reason for your divorce. So, be it behavior, unreasonable behavior, be it adultery, or be it desertion, kailangan mo magbigay ng statement of your case. And dyan mostly kaming mga abogado, medyo nagkakaroon ng friction kasi may parang audit na nangyayari ng marriage and someone would have to place blame on the other party. And it sort of also starts a combative atmosphere dun sa proceedings. Although sometimes, we try to make it as mild as possible, pero hindi mo you can't help it na may party na ma-hurt kasi, oh, ganun pala all these years talagang sama pala ng loob niya na hindi ko hinugasan yung plato or didn't take out the trash or I was doing this. So that was the law beforehand. So that law was yung old law, we call the old law before mag-change yung law bukas. It was enacted in 1960. So imagine natin, iba yung societal norms noon, iba yung what the society deems to be permissive. Iba din yung mga nangyayari sa dynamics ng family at that time. So the rest of society had moved on. However, this law had been frozen in time ng 1960. So it's quite exciting from a legal perspective that naging proactive ang batas dito sa UK because a lot had changed since then. And so what we have at the moment is what we call a Divorce, Dissolution, and Separation Act. Yan ang bagong batas. If you're a law student, or if you're interested in whatever act it is, you can look it up. DDSA ang pangalan ng act. So that will come into effect tomorrow. Tomorrow, 6th of April 2022, magbabago na ang batas. It's the biggest change in divorce landscape in 50 years dito sa UK. And mainly, ang gagawin niyang change is the removal of the need to prove conduct. So, hindi mo na kailangan magbigay pa ng statement of case. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-put ng blame. Hindi mo na kailangan i-audit pa kung ano yung naging behavior or naging conduct ng kabilang partido. So, gone is the need to prove facts of the case such as unreasonable behavior, adultery, or desertion. The only reason that needs to be cited is the marriage has irretrievably broken down. Di na kayang salbahin at all. And there are no further evidence that will be needed beyond this statement. So beyond that, there's no other statement. The concept of defending a divorce is also gone. So hindi dati you can defend the divorce. You can, however, challenge or dispute it. So note yung changing ng wording. You can dispute it on very narrow grounds. So, maliit na lang yung grounds mo to challenge this. Jurisdiction is one. So, sabihin mo walang jurisdiction ng UK. Never kaming tumira sa UK. Di kami kinasal sa UK. Wala kaming connection sa UK. Wala kaming assets sa UK. So, UK has no jurisdiction at all. So, that's one ground to dispute this. Next is validity of marriage. So pag sinabi mo hindi naman talaga valid yung marriage, so there's no, the divorce court has no jurisdiction over it. Fraud or procedural compliance. So you can dispute it on those limited grounds, but there's no more defending of the divorce. The aim of this, as I've said, is previously, when we go back a little bit nung etong old law. So when clients tell us, can we start a divorce proceedings? Most of the time, kaka-separate lang nila, fresh na fresh. It's very rare that they've been separated for 2 years at magko-consent yung kabila. And that would make things easier, although that still, that still gives you that requirement na mag-consent yung kabila. This, most of the time, we would have to recite some conduct issues or recite some blame on the other party na hindi niya ginawa to. Ito yung naging conduct niya throughout the marriage, and that's the reason why the divorce had broken down irretrievably. So that in itself would start some sort of friction, as I've said earlier, na yung start ng proceedings would be on a combative na tone agad. Even if kami mga abogado, the draft namin as mild as possible, pero may ma-hurt, syempre, kasi yun ang experience. Hindi man nila, they may not agree with that, but kung yun talaga yung experience ng kabilang party, ano magagawa natin, diba? So people get hurt, and yung hurt feelings na yan, friction na yan, it spills on other areas. Which is, sabi ko, di ba tatlo? Yung divorce, yung finances, and then the children. So pag inumpisahan mo na may friction na dun sa divorce, nagsispill yung away dun sa finances. Mainit ulo kasi sabi, hindi ko daw to ginawa nung marriage namin. Most of the time, people try their best in marriage, and then it just doesn't work. And then, one party would feel a certain way about their marriage compared to the other party. But then, yung friction na yon, it really transpires, it really transforms into that negative energy dun sa negotiations about children arrangement and about finances. So, masyadong na-elongate pa yung kanilang friction na sana hindi mas na-manage. So, that's the aim. The aim of this law is, let's start people on the right footing. Kung magagawa natin na mag-cooperate sila sa divorce at hindi sila, no need for friction, hopefully that will set the tone on the two other areas, which are the children proceedings as well as the financial proceedings. They want this cultural shift na hindi na puro, na masyadong acrimonious yung divorce, na hindi na masyadong nag-aaway. They want people to take a collaborative approach. They want, soon-to-be divorced couples to take a collaborative approach in terms of solving their issues. And this is part of the modernization as well. If probably people don't want to be together anymore, then, as long as followed yung procedural make compliance in the procedure and their checks and balances as well, then we'll make it as easy as possible for them, so that you keep that frame of mind na they will solve these issues as quickly as possible, the other issues as quickly as possible too. Meron po, with this law, nag-change din ang language, nag-change din yung mga tawagan. Eto na naman tayo, change na naman ng law, yung mahilig talaga dito. So, you remember the every time we talk about custody, I always say, hindi na po yan ang tawag ngayon. Hindi na custody, hindi na custody yung tawag in terms of children. It becomes a live with parent. The same revolution is the same change is coming dito sa divorce proceedings. So decree 9 from tomorrow will be called conditional order. So decree 9 yun yung halfway point yun sa divorce. It's called the conditional order. Decree absolute, which is your final order, yan na talaga yung magsisever ng marriage nyo. That is now called a final order. Instead of defended, wala nang concept ng defended divorce. It's gonna be called disputed divorce. And instead, instead of petition and petitioner, so di ba dati divorce petition and divorce petitioner, they neutralized the language and they made it as application and applicant. The reason for that, you may think, wala namang changes yun na, wala namang, it doesn't seem like a big deal. They believe that changing this, if they're gonna overhaul the whole thing, it may be best, ito lang sa aking analysis, it may be best to also modernize the language. Kasi itong mga decree na decree absolute, it's all quite Latin, medyo technical. They want to simplify the language. Conditional order, okay, alam ko na agad, conditional order. So kailangan ko maghintay na ma-resolve yung condition, ma-comply yung condition before the final order or yung decree absolute. Almost automatically, you know exactly what it means. So that's the reason as well. And also to neutralize the language so it's not so combative. So yung focus doon is a cultural shift. Huwag na kayo mag-away, mag-solve na kayo ng problema collaboratively. You can do a joint and sole application. That's also a big change. Before, hindi kayo pwede na sabay kayo na mag-a-apply. Now, you can do a joint application. So, pag joint kayo, applicant 1 at applicant 2. O, diba? how very modern and how very collaborative. You can still do a sole application. The court encourages you to do a joint application, but it's not all appropriate, lalo sa mga domestic abuse cases. So kung hindi appropriate na kasama niyo siya jointly, collaboratively, you can still carry on as a sole applicant. You can change from joint to sole applicant at conditional order. So dun sa midpoint, yung decree nisi, yung dating decree nisi, or the final order sa decree absolute. Now, this is the second change. You've got, ever since the pandemic, nagkaroon tayo ng online divorce processing. So when I started in this career, walang online divorce. It was only in the last year and a bit na nag-uumpisa yung, or probably more than that. But it was only recent that online application was possible. But still, may paper proceedings pa rin. Because hindi lahat ng tao may access sa internet, hindi lahat ng individuals are able to do the online application. But it's very interesting. That's also another indication na minomodernize na talaga yung divorce proceedings. You can apply for divorce as well as to start your financial proceedings at the same time. That's a common misconception. Still, a few people believe na kailangan mong maghintay ng decree nisi or conditional order before you make an application for financial proceedings. You still have to wait though for decree nisi, yung middle point ng divorce, before you can file. Pag nag-agree na kayo, yun ang sabi ng korte, kailangan nyo muna maghintay na nasa middle point kayo bago nila i-approve yung financial consent order nyo. But you can start a financial proceedings. Pwede mong umpisahan kung gusto mo talaga na the court will review your case. The court will give proceedings and directions for your financial matter. You can start that at the same time. So again, the focus is efficiency. The focus is modernizing the proceedings, which is very welcomed by the profession. Now we go to the timeline. Everyone's asking lawyers, including myself, gaano ba katagal? I mean, ito yung best case scenario. What happens in reality depends kung ano yung backlog ng korte, kung may pandemic, if we're still recovering from the pandemic delays. But this is, as I've said, ito yung best case scenario. Ito yung gusto mangyari ng lahat. So they will have an application will be sent out. I think they'll have 14 days to respond. But within 20 weeks, matagal-tagal din yan, halos 5 months, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Once the other side had the papers, once the other side had the papers confirm, ito nga yung acknowledgement, ito nga yung signature ng kabila, you have 20 weeks until the conditional order or yung decree nisi. The reason bakit 20 weeks, sabi nila, cooling off period yan para mapag-isipan nyo kung talagang itong divorce na to para sa inyo. Okay? That's the reason for that 20 weeks. Now, once you have your decree nisi, you have 6 weeks naman. Final pag-iisipan. Wala kayong ibang gagawin kundi pag-iisipan nyo lang. You have 6 weeks to apply for a final order or yung dati nating sinasabi na decree absolute. So, also, after that conditional order, you can file yung consent order nyo sa finances. The reason for those timing is yung una, yung malaki yung 20 weeks, is that you can sort out your finances. You can think about kung ito talaga yung gusto nyo. Ito talaga, this is it. That's the final straw for you. Ito na talaga yung ending ng marriage nyo. And then you can also deal with children's arrangements. So it gives you that timeline to deal with all those two other matters. Kasi sinasabi ko, diba, tatlo, the divorce, the finances, and then the children, which is the third one. So that gives you that time, that 20 weeks, and then you get another 6 weeks before magiging final yung order nyo. And then after nung 20 weeks, actually either the applicant or the respondent can apply for it to become a final order. So after 6 weeks nun, with your decree, you can both parties can apply to make it absolute. So all you need to think about is application. There's a time to respond. You wait 20 weeks. Ayusin niyo yung finances, ayusin niyo yung children, pag-isipan niyo muna, and then you will get a decree na is a conditional order. And then after that, kung gusto niyo pa rin tumuloy, you wait for 6 weeks, and then it becomes final. So roughly about 6 months, roughly, before you can get 6 months and 6 months plus, 6 months and a half, best case scenario. Could be a bit more kung may delays. Cost of the proceedings, may discretion pa rin ang korte to award costs on one party, but they hope na, again, yung cultural shift, wag kayo mag-away sa cost. So really, what the courts are encouraging with this new law, with this change in proceedings, is less friction, more collaboration, a modern way of dealing with divorces, including technology, including the language has been updated, and also the timing is simplified. Everything is simplified to have a more efficient divorce proceedings in the UK. And for us lawyers, it's quite exciting because after 50 years, this is it. This is as close as possible to a modern update on family law as we can have at the moment. We haven't seen the new forms yet, so kasama ako sa mga abogado na mag-aabang bukas from 6th of April sa bagong forms that they will circulate. And as you know, if you looked at the the divorce petition in the last week, sinasabi actually nila na if you haven't filed your divorce proceedings before 30th of March, it may be best for you to wait until after 6th of April dahil mas mag-iiba na yung law from then, and potentially iba na rin ang forms that you need to fill up. So yeah, just tune in. You will probably have an update next week with what yung new forms. I'll show it to you, and kung ano yung expectation versus reality na analysis ko as a family lawyer. But for me, it's quite exciting. It seems like a great idea, and I hope it will be successful.
Okay, yes. Nabanggit mo muna, kanina may mga online divorce proceedings, no? Tuloy pa ba? Meron pa ba up to now?
Tuloy pa po. Tuloy pa.
Andiyan pa rin.
Na.
Okay.
Tuloy na.
Okay, so hindi pa lumuluwag pa, hindi pa masyadong lumuluwag. Like now, we had a party last Sunday. We watched a concert at the O2. Talagang walang halos nakamask, no? As of now, anong current situation, attorney? Meron online divorce proceedings pa rin?
Both. They're keeping both yung online divorce proceedings. When we say online, divorce proceedings are mainly by paper. You don't see a judge. Let's be clear about this. Divorce proceedings is different from finances and children. Pag nagka-court dispute kayo sa finances at children, dun talaga kayo pupunta sa korte. With divorce proceedings, you don't necessarily see a judge in this type of proceedings. However, before the pandemic, ito lahat paper lang. But since then, they've modernized the system, so they've got online as well. But they wish to keep both kasi hindi naman lahat may access sa internet, o hindi naman lahat talagang technology, electronically orientated. If what you mean is remote proceedings to some children, are we seeing judges face to face? We're still doing a lot of hearings remotely. I think that's working for them. I think they're going to keep that. My gut feel is they're going to keep that because it's so efficient. They've gotten into a good rhythm on that. But a lot of final hearings, yung mga final and hearings which are substantive, kung may mga witnesses that are giving evidence, the courts like it to be face to face. Pero minsan, some people can't make it and some people can. What they like is two things. Meron kasi noon, just for information, meron kaming hybrid hybrid hearing, yung kalahati ng participants online and then kalahati face-to-face. Hindi siya preferred. What I've learned, it's not preferred in the legal industry. So either you're having a fully remote or fully face-to-face hearing, but I think they will keep my gut feel, my fearless forecast as a lawyer is that in the future they will probably keep the remote hearings kahit wala ng COVID, purely because it seems like quite an efficient way of dealing with cases.
Okay.
Only for that reason. Yung mga mini hearings, we're not talking about substantial hearings. They might keep it for dead actions hearing. So when it's just dealing with the case, with the managing of the case, they might keep the remote hearing. But for major hearings, it's still better as face to face.
Okay. Anong major? Talagang parang nagtatalo talaga, attorney? Parang they really would like to prove...
Final trial, final hearing. Final trial, final hearing, and any hearing, so we call it fact-finding, na may witnesses that will give evidence. Yun yung the reason with a lot of practitioners say na mas okay yung face-to-face is yung non-verbal cues. Makikita iba sa laptop, iba sa personal. Yung mafe-feel mo talaga kung ano yung aura ng tao when they're giving an evidence. It's different if it's face to face. That's my personal thought about it. I've heard a lot of people na ganun din yung thinking nila. It's better when we're in a court setting if people are giving evidence.
Okay. Merong parang question si Edgardo, no? Pero parang baka reiteration of what you've discussed, no? Ito. Ayan. Attorney Dana, can you please give... Yeah, sige, attorney, basahin mo.
Attorney Dana, can you please give 3 major points of the new law of divorce starting 6th of April versus the old law? Oh, yeah, that's very good. Okay, the main one
3 major points?
3 major points. Comparison, I think. Okay. Well, the first one is before 6th of April, you have to cite conduct as you need to prove conduct. So you need to prove a fact to support that the marriage is broken down irretrievably, whether it's unreasonable behavior, adultery, or desertion. Post 6th of April, wala na po yan. There is no need to prove conduct. The second one is there is no more concept of defended divorce unless you dispute it. So yung change 6th of April, the only dispute that you can really mount is jurisdiction, validity of marriage, fraud, and procedural compliance. And the third one is the major shift in language. So wala na goodbye decree na isa, goodbye decree absolute. We're talking about conditional order and final order. So if you want to have the 3 major changes, those are those. The conduct, the need to prove conduct, wala na. There's no concept of defended divorce. And then finally, the update in language.
Okay. So update in language, tapos wala na yung conduct, no? Yan ba yun? Tapos yung some of the grounds sinasabi, jurisdiction, validity of marriage, fraud, or procedural something, no?
Yes, exactly. And that's the reason why the heading is called no-fault divorce. Kaya wala nang conduct.
Wala na masyadong no? Wala na, no? Kasi dati you have to cite the conduct na, minsan may ganun, di ba? Kaya hinihiwalayan ko na yan. Lagi akong inaaway o nag-aaway kami or something like that o may no? Ngayon, wala na, no? Or wala na. Pwede na. Basta parang wala nang questions masyado, no? Ang korte, no? Basta ang pag-uusapan lang siguro yung mga finances, children. Pero in terms of filing a divorce proceeding or application, at saka modern na language, hindi na divorce petition, hindi na divorce petitioner, application and applicant. Ganun lang kasimple, no? Conditional order, decree naisay, no? Tapos final order is a decree absolute. Yung language nga nag-change na, nag-modernize. Sabi mo to efficiency and modernizing is it the profession or modernizing the system, no?
The proceedings. Para gawing less combative yung proceedings. Kasi pag sinabi mong pag sinight mo yung conduct, tapos sinabi mo, o petitioner, parang feeling ng iba, ako yung petitioner, ako yung nanalo sa race to get the divorce. So what they're trying to do is to have less areas for these people to have an argument, para naman mas konti na lang yung combativeness nila.
Okay, attorney, ito talaga ito ang standard yung 20 weeks ng cooling off period, no? Hindi pwedeng iksiyan yan. Minsan talaga, kasi sabi mo, baka nga magbago pa, may cooling off period. Also, it's also the time to, probably between them, they discuss yung finances. Nawala ba si attorney?
No, I'm here.
Oo. Okay. Okay. So yung finances, no, i-discuss yung within the 20-week period. Sometimes excited na talaga maghiwalay eh. Talaga bang hindi pwedeng kailangan 20-week period? Kasi di ba sabi mo 6 weeks after that, pwede na mag-apply ng final order. Pero yung conditional order, yung bago simula, may cooling off period na 20 weeks. Can that be shortened?
May exemption. I'm glad you asked that. May exemption, but very, very rare. And the only exemption that I've seen on the new law is under medical, I think it's a medical ground siguro. Pag terminal na yung tao, may mga ganun. There is an exemption, but very limited.
Okay.
Very, very
all right. So yan, general, it's 20 weeks cooling off period. Okay. Magpasok tayo ng some questions dito. Sige, take it away. Direct ba tayo dyan, baka wala tayong dyan, baka sumabi tayo sa copyright dyan, yung ating music na yun, baka bigla mamaya pagbalik nawawala yung show natin. Oo, baka ina na naman tayo. Okay. Attorney, ito, sige, isang question natin from, ba't si Eve? Kala ko si mauna kanina. Okay, let's go, sige.
Okay. Good evening to you both, Attorney Donna and Sir Sonny. Itatanong ko lang po kung anong legal action na pwedeng gawin sa taong hindi nakabayad ng utang. Nagpahiram ako ng pera sa isang kapwa Pinay dahil may emergency daw po sila sa Pilipinas. Almost a year na po yung utang niya pero hindi po rin po siya nagbabayad. Hindi na rin po nagpaparamdam for almost 3 months. Salamat po, Eve. Eve, this is for UK, ha? The only reason I'm saying that is sinabi emergency sa Pilipinas. So hopefully andito yung inutangan mo, and this only applies kung andito siya. So what you still need to do is to send a letter before action setting out fully the details of your claim. So kahit nag-send ka na ng, kumbaga sabi natin, kinulit ko na siya, chinis ko na siya, para sigurado ka, dahil ito yung nakalagay sa pre-action protocol, kailangan mo mag-send ng pre-action letter or letter before claim, which sets out the background of your claim. Ano yung agreement ninyo? When did you loan her the monies, and on what basis? Ano ba sabi niya? Ano ba yung napagkasunduan niyo na kailan niya babalik, and kailan due yung pera? And then on that basis, you say that you recite the fact that, look, further to agreement above, this sum is now overdue, and I require you to give back, to send back or remit back, pay back the money within, say, 14 days, failing which, I reserve the right to start court proceedings, without any further reference to you. So that's the first thing that you can do. Hindi siya nagpaparamdam for almost 3 months, so that's probably the best way para wake up call. Kung wala pa rin, then you can start that claim. You can start money claims online. For small claims, that would be a good venue. Small claims are anything below £10,000. So start muna, mag-send kayo ng letter before action to her. So parang final demand letter before you start proceedings. I would also suggest na hanapin mo na, screenshot mo na yung mga WhatsApp, so yung evidence mo na pinautang mo siya, evidence niya na, ate, babalik ko yan after 3 months or 2 months or 4 months. So make sure you compile that evidence, as well as kung sinend mo via bank account or via bank transfer, so get that evidence ready as well.
Nagsasalita ba? Ayan, pumapasok ba ako? Hello? Ayan. Attorney, okay ba yung ang tag dito, naku, nawala tuloy yung flow of thought ko kasi baka ako hindi pumapasok yung audio ko. Attorney, naku, nawala yung line of thought ko tuloy. Dahil na-distract ako doon sa audio ko na kung pumasok o hindi. Oo, nawala yung ko. Gusto ko
Pag naalala nyo.
Baka maalala. Oo.
Maalala nyo mamaya. Tanong nyo na lang ulit.
Ano ba? Oo nga. Teka muna, ano ba yung sayang, no? Meron akong follow-up sana doon tanong ka. Kaya lang, akala ko kasi baka biglang pinatay ni Direk yung micro. Okay. Masan na ba yan? Hindi yan. Sige. Sige, baka maya-maya, baka maalala ko. At hindi, yun, naalala ko na, attorney. So, hindi pala kailangan na, minsan nahihiya tayo, di ba? Manghihiram yung kaibigan natin. Maganda sana, ideally, merong parang kasulatan or something. Paano kung, let's say, di ba, nahihiya ka, walang kasulatan, ang sinasabi mo ba yun ng mga WhatsApp, no? O, kailangan ka na magbabayad. Tapos, sumagot ba yung tao na acknowledging na nangutang? And then yung pag-transfer mo ng pera, yun, pwede na ba yun? Parang you can infer from there na nangutang, gano'n. Hindi na kailangan pirmahan. Hindi na kailangan talaga. So, hindi mo i-advise na pag may umutang, ano the best advice natin? May inutang, kunyari, meron akong kamag-anak sa Pilipinas, may emergency, pautang. Ang advice mo ba is ask for a written, gano'n?
Yeah, of course, ganyan pa rin yung best evidence as possible na may kasulatan, no matter how simple it is, na may, sometimes ayaw mo naman na na sila, gipit na yung kabila, and ayaw mo rin namang mag-spend ng money to get a document in order. So, sometimes hindi cost proportionate na kumuha kayo ng 5-page na agreement na drafted by a lawyer. So, what you need to have is really just a clear expectation. Kung ano yung ina-expect nyo sa isa't isa. O papautangan kita ng ganito, I expect this to get to be repaid to me either with or with interest within this amount of time. Yun lang naman yung kailangan yung malaman at kailangan yung iklaro. Obviously, if it's a bigger amount of money, it tends to be a bit more complicated. Mas malaki yung at stake, and you may feel na but cost proportionate na mag-invest tayo into a fully drafted loan agreement. It depends on a case-to-case basis. Ang importante dyan, whether nakasulat sa 5-page document, 1-page document, o isang SMS message, is klaro ang expectation. Klaro ang terms and condition nyo. Sinong uutang, sino magbabayad, kailan babayaran, may interest ba o wala. So that's really what we want to see. That's what we want to see in a loan agreement, a simple loan agreement or a complex loan agreement. That's what we want to see in your text messages. And bago nyo pa yan isend yung pera, so it has to be the terms and agreement that you negotiated before nyo ma-send yung pera, para hindi nila sabihin na na-send nyo na pera sa, that's an after event na terms and conditions. So let's make it simple, kasi ayaw nating ayaw naman nating maano yung mga kababayan natin extra gastos. As far as you're concerned, you make the judgment call. If you want to invest sa fully loan agreement dahil 100,000 pounds yung inuutang, by all means, mag-invest kayo sa fully drafted loan agreement by a lawyer. But if you say, look, 1,000 yung pinapautang ko, ayoko naman mag-spend ng 200 pounds sa loan agreement. The same ang objective. What you want to know is a clear expectation of when you can get repaid. Yun ang klaro. Yun dapat ang klaro.
Sobrang bait o sobrang tanga lang siguro. Hindi, wala, puro verbal. Babayaran kita 10% interest o 5% interest. So, sinabi yan, verbal, no? Siyempre, yung pera, paano, transfer yung pera siya, naku, wala ako account, alam mo naman, TNT ako. So, cash ang binigay. So, in that situation, attorney, cash ang binigay, so walang trail ng transferring, di ba? Yung sa statement, papakita mo na nag-transfer from Eve to whoever, to Maria. So, yung mga ganun, nag-verbal, mayroon pang recourse pa rin ba yung tao?
I mean, yung verbal agreement, it's fine. That's still an agreement. Ang problem niyan is obviously mas at risk ka kasi magiging he said, she said yung
So, delikado. May chance na
delikado
parang
kasi
i-refute nung isa na hindi mo ko pinautang, ha? Dahil wala
parang
kang evidence, eh.
nag-toss coin ka lang. Parang
Sa,
nag-toss coin ka lang sa kasi hindi mo alam kung sino paniniwalaan ng judge.
Kasi minsan pag desperado ang mga tao, di ba? Sometimes they're promised the earth, no? Lahat, no? Mamaya pagka
Exactly.
sisingilin mo na, tatago na o hindi na ayaw na magbayad, nahirap ng singilin. Galit pa eh. Minsan, di ba? Minsan yung may utang, siya pa galit.
Sila pa ganun.
Di ba?
Sila pa ganun.
Sila pa galit eh, no? So,
Sila pa
kawawa
ganun.
naman inutangan, di ba? Okay.
Ano po
So,
kayo? Create a paper trail for
create a paper trail din, no? Paper trail. Siguro parang pare, pasensya ka na, pero baka pwedeng isulat lang natin. Simple lang, para mamaya pag nakita kami ni Attorney Dana at meron kami letter before action, eto meron akong
madali
proof.
ko na lang. Tsaka
di ba?
lagyan mo daw kung kailan nyo, ayun ang parating nakakalimutan, nagkakahiyaan na ata, o kailan mo ibabalik yung pera.
Ayun.
Bago nyo pag-usapan yung tanong nyo na, kasi kesa naman mas magkakasakitan kayo ng loob later on, tanongin nyo na agad, o kailan babalik yung pera. And if it makes it easier, blame me. O sabi ni Attorney Dana, tanong ko daw eh.
Pero alam mo, Attorney, yan din ang nagiging cause ng sabihin, alam mo, kunyari nangutang sa friend, pasensya ka na friend, hindi kita pautangin kasi yan ang magsisimula yung nasisira ang friendship din natin sa ganyan mga hiram-hiram na yan, no? But anyway, sige, tama yung maganda yung question na yun, no? Okay, second question natin, may next question tayo, sige. Attorney, go ahead please.
Good evening, Attorney Donna and Sir Sonny. I just want to ask an advice. I still hold a Filipino passport. Hindi po kami kasal ng British boyfriend ko at naghiwalay po kami dahil napaka-alcoholic niya at nananakit pa. May isa po kaming anak. Ask ko lang po kung may pag-asa po ba na sa akin mapunta ang anak ko. Ayaw niya pong ibigay sa akin ang anak ko. She's 5-year-old British citizen. Nag-viewer po ako ng program, More Power po sa show. Question from Rose. Rose, that's actually a very good question. I think what you need to do is two points. Kailangan mo din bumalik kay Attorney Lira sa Thursday dahil magka-join tong question na to. So you need to also make sure that your application as a carer of a British citizen, kasi or parent root, whatever it is, yung updated na language din ng immigration, naka-lodge na rin, na maaayos or on the way na ayusin mo na rin. And yes, you can apply to be the main carer of the child, in my opinion, especially kung may safeguarding risk yung other parent, as what you said, he's an alcoholic, and he had physically abused you, and the child, I don't know if the child had witnessed that, but if the child had witnessed another parent being abused by the other parent, that's also an abuse kahit hindi sinaktan yung bata. So those points should be raised. And obviously one of the questions of Kafka's being the independent arm nitong proceedings na to, they're the ones, sila yung social services, sila yung social worker na magbibigay ng rekomendasyon sa korte. They will ask also, ano yung magiging immigration status mo dito? Are you able to provide stability for the child? So make sure you talk to Attorney Lira as well on Thursday about your routes towards regularizing your stay here. So that will have an impact on your submissions, on your arguments when you say, look, it is in the best interest of the child to live with me because the other parent is imposing a safeguarding risk towards the child because of X, Y, and Z, because he's an alcoholic, because he's physically abusive. More so, I'm able to give a stable environment for the child, and I'm on the way to regularizing my stay here. I've organized my life here, and all in all, taking everything into consideration, it is in the best interest of the child that I shall be the main carer. So that's an example of how you would sort out your arguments. But make sure you talk to Attorney Lira on Thursday too.
Ayan, oh, best interest of the child talaga at heart, no? Yun ang pinaka main, ano, di ba? Best interest of the child. Okay. Alright. Ayan. Okay. Some greetings dito, attorney. Mga ano natin, mga pabati lang natin. Sige. Sino pa ba dyan? Okay. Ito yung taga Lisbon, Portugal, si Grace Sanchez, no? Nakabumalik na siya sa... Teka muna, nalilito ako. Meron tayong Malaga pala yun, taga Malaga. Grace, pasensya na, si Grace Sanchez pala nasa Lisbon, Portugal. Tama, at, di ba, attorney, si RG, ano yata? Menodin yata, yung taga RG Menodin, yung taga Malaga. Okay. Edgario Cagastian, ano ito? Oh, yan. Oh.
Mr. LARAGAN, artist is very nice, especially if you like flowers and plants. I didn't notice it's closing time na pala. Even without Barrio Fiesta in Modern Park, you and Attorney Donna are welcome here in my patio in Zen Garden to have coffee and tea. Wow! Salamat naman.
Maganda ambience mo rin. Mukhang may pinagmamalaki kang garden, kaya ka siguro may ikot-ikot na mga Weasley. Meron dito Chelsea Flower Show. Have you ever attended that, attorney? I have attended.
No, hindi po.
Star-studded. Yes, star-studded. Kaya lang, naghihintay ka ng ticket para ano yan sa Wimbledon na para, kunyari, let's say, isang, kunyari, court 1 or center court. Pagka, bago ka makapasok, kailangan, naghihintay ka ng may lalabas. So, nakapasok ko at nakita ko yung artista na yon, si Angelica Houston. Yan, andun.
Ano si Angelica pa na yung pangaliban?
Oo nga, Angelica Houston, artista na... Oo nga, Angelica Panganiban. No? Sino ba yan? Naging girlfriend ba ni... Ano yan? Sino ba boyfriend ni Angelica Panganiban?
I grew up with Angelica Panganiban sa TV show. Kaya...
Okay. Yeah. Oy, maganda yun, ha? Si Angelica Panganiban.
Yes.
Pero it's Angelica Houston, no? So, yung palabas yun. Maraming palabas yun, pagka nasa Chelsea ka, puro artista rin, yung mga ano. Okay, Edgardo, ang sabi niya. Attorney, sige, pakibasa.
Ayun na si Oliver. Kanina pa kita binoboto, Oliver.
Yun nga, si Oliver. Ano kaya nangyari? Bakit medyo ano siya? Late siya na ano?
Yeah.
Yan.
He says, Happy Tuesday to one and all. Magandang gabi po, Attorney Donna, Kuya Sonny, at Derek Pao. Today, I'm listening to the program from Wallace Falls State Park.
Wow. Galing,
there. Enjoy the scenic views, as well as test my lungs and legs after all those times.
Tuloy-tuloy mo ba rin kung ano? Tuloy mo ba rin yan? Kasi he did this, yan. Kita mo yung view. Yan, Wow. Yan ba yung falls? Wallace Falls.
Wow!
Ganda. Wow, galing.
That's amazing. Ang ganda. Nainggit naman ako.
Oo nga, Wallace, of course, di ba, he lives in Washington State, no? Yan siya. Siya ba yan?
Yan siya.
Hindi, anak niya siguro. Anak niya, kamukha niya, no? Guwapo rin.
Kamukha. Very nice.
Falls, maganda nature talaga. Maganda nature, no? Siguro hopefully this summer we'll do a lot of mountain hiking ba o climbing. I don't know kung paano tawagin no. So looking forward to this summer, attorney, no. Tayo nila Edgar, let's do some get-togethers. Let's maximize kasi 2 taon tayong hindi nakalabas dahil sa pandemic So bawiin natin tong summer na to. 2 summers, di ba? Medyo bitin.
Yes, 2 summers bitin.
So ngayon.
And si Anna Lou. Reporting nagro-roll call na. Good evening, Attorney Donna, Kuya Sonny. Sorry na late po ako. Kailangan
Ayan.
Happy Tuesday po, Attorney Donna, Kuya Sonny, Nanay Emeline, Kuya Edgar, Ate Irene, Ate Sol, Tita Cora, Kuya Edgar, the direct power to all viewers. Ang galing! Galing mag-roll call na.
And then yun kasi yung grupo natin kasi magkakasama so talagang although pinakilala siya doon sa iba, siyempre baka nakalimutan yung mga pangalan, no? Ana Lu, mabuhay ka, no? Ayan, napakaganda niya si Ana Lu, no? Alfonso Tagyan. Yan pa yata. Ito yata si Sir Alfonso.
Yes, Sir Alfonso says, Nako, Sir Alfonso, it's a great pleasure. Nako, welcome po kayo ni Aria and Aloha as well. Hello. He says, good evening, Paul. It was our first time to watch and it was very informative and very educational. Thank you for enlightening us regarding cooling off period on divorce proceedings from both of us and the knights and ladies of Rizal area of United Kingdom, Sir Alfonso and Lady Oria Tagyang. Wow, it's amazing.
Wow, good evening, good evening. Nice to meet you well, I've seen them before, no? Kasi nga ako rin nag-MC nung kanilang Nights of Rizal eh. There was one event na once or twice na nag-MC ako ng Nights of Rizal. So I saw them, pero syempre hindi ko naman kagad, alam mo na, pag nag-MC ka, nandun ka lang sa stage na, hindi ka masyadong nakakapag-socialize eh. So yeah, I met them. I met si Sir, no, Alfonso, tsaka Lady Aurea. Oy, yung the wife of the first Filipino mayor. Ayan, si Mabel. Maribel yan, pero Mabel ang tawag natin, si Mabel. Mabel, good evening. Oo. Ang ganda-ganda niya, napakaganda niya si Mabel, no? Si Maribel, no? Mabuhay ka, mabuhay. Ayan, oo. So, yes, yun ang ating mga pagbati, no? Direct, yun na yun, no? Yun ang ating mga pagbati so far na sa ating mga, At it's nice I really had a grand time, ha? Talaga nag-enjoy ako ron, no? And thank you, attorney, seeing you on that at night, no? Imagine. Kailan ba huling nakita natin? Na nandun tayo sa Bedford? This is the third time na to. Third time. Oo nga. During the month of Women's Month, no? Okay, well...
Sorry, pasensya na po yung camera ko, parang...
nag-defocus yan.
Nag-defocus. Paano ba to?
Oo.
Ayun, okay na. Okay.
Nag-defocus siya. Baka siguro yung hand mo, siguro ayan, nag-sharpen na ba? Hindi ba?
Sharpen naman? Paano ba to?
Mas sharp sa kamay mo, siguro. Di bale, okay na lang, sige.
Di bale,
okay na yan. Ayan, at least neutral shot na parang Anyway, attorney, sige, baka meron kang baka may naalala ka ba, pahabol pa, andyan sila Sir Alfonso, at saka si Lady Aurea, no? And of course, yung birthday celebrant natin, nanonood pa dyan, andyan dyan, mga kaibigan, si Edgardo, yung bang parang pinagmamayabang niya yung kanyang garden, dahil talagang inspired siyang mag-iikot siguro to look at gardens. So yeah, well, more than, hindi ko alam kung nandyan ka na, because I've been the MC of more than for the past 10 years, no? So, except for 1 year when I went back to the Philippines, meron akong emergency o may ginawa ako, no? But anyway, attorney, baka may mga nais ka pang batiin, meron ka pang nais ibanggitin, at kung paano ka kukontakin, go right ahead, please.
Yes, you can contact me at d.quinto@dvsolicitors.com or call me at 01234225188. Again, that's d.quinto@dvsolicitors.com or call me at 01234225188. And siguro most apt na yung final greetings would still go to the birthday celebrant, Tita Emeline Rafael. And sa lahat ng mga taga-legal advice corner, taga-Filipino TV Europe, including Attorney Lira as well from Happy Thursday, sa kanyang immigration corner as well. This is such a happy family. Nakakatawa kasi nakakataba talaga ng puso kung gaano ko warm at saya ng lahat ng tao. So, to everyone, whether andun man kayo last Sunday or not, to Edgardo, the rest of SRB Social Remote Bubble, hopefully we get a Barrio Fiesta o kaya mountain trip this summer. But until then, keep safe, keep smiling, at pag-good vibes lang lahat. And Mr. Laragan, thank you as always for getting us all together. It's such a pleasure. And to Direk Pao, thank you, Direk Pao. Wala akong masabi. Napakasipag at napakagaling.
Yes. Naku, sinabi mo na lahat, no? Nice opportunity when we got together, no? Napakasaya, napakaganda. Nakita natin si Attorney Lira pala, mahusay sumayaw pala. Meron pala siyang may natural moving siya. No? Ako hindi ako marunong magsayaw. Gagalaw na ako. Pero si Attorney Lira talaga sumasayaw. Alam ko, ikaw, Attorney, parang alam ko marunong ka na gumalaw, marunong ka magsayaw at lahat, no? Pero hindi ko akalain si Attorney Lira, sumasayaw pala, no? Si Edgar's game, he can do anything. He can be a carpenter, he can be anything. A musician, he can sing, he can dance, no? Si Edgar. So, thank you, Edgar, for the family, itong ating family natin. Attorney, thank you rin, no? And it was nice meeting all of those Knights of and Ladies of Rizal, no?
Yes.
And the mamas, the grandmas pala, I should say, no? It was wonderful, no? And thank you. So, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Maraming salamat, no? Sa sangalan no ni Attorney DANNA Quinto, dito po sa Legal Advice Corner, sa ngalan nating Direktor si Paula Perez. Ito po si SONNY Laragan na nagsasabi na thank you very much ho sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay. No, let's do it again next Tuesday for another edition ho ng Legal Advice Corner. So till then, take care, God bless, and good night. Bye!
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you. So you can be there for them.